Hey, Podcast America. Welcome to episode 120 of the Enlightened Neanderthals. See you next Tuesday. Training Northwest, nothing to announce at this point other than I'm starting to... the idea for what is replacing Rifleman Camp is starting to get pretty solidified. So details should be coming in the next couple of weeks, I think. It's going to be good. No more training the arrow. We're going to train the warrior or I should say, no more training the sword. We're going to train the warrior.
Nice.
Yep.
Can I bring an arrow?
Yeah. Why not?
I got a couple of arrows in my quiver.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are we talking about, Mike? We covered a few things.
White women.
White women.
We'll just leave it at
Fanny
that.
packs. And
I mean, fanny packs was it's a game changer.
It is.
If you're listening to this and it's like,
Get a
okay,
man purse.
here's the intro.
It's the best.
I can't wait to hear this podcast.
Yeah.
Fanny pack.
Hit pause.
Pack. Yeah.
Go to Ex Umbris Designs website. Order yourself a man purse.
Hell yeah, buddy.
And for fuck's sake, guys, go give us a review on iTunes or Spotify. We're still sitting at like 30 reviews after how many years?
50.
50?
We've got 50 and a 4.8. We are like the hidden gem of the Sahara, dude.
That's right.
Seriously. But
If
what
you've
we got.
listened to more than 2 episodes, please go give us a review.
You know what? But sometimes in life, I get a little like full of anxiety, and I just want to get grounded. But before after I listen to this
You should
podcast,
smoke more pot.
No.
Oh,
is there anything I could do?
Groundingworkshop.com. Is that correct? I think it's groundingworkshop.com. Anyway, Christy and I are teaching. We're teaching grounding classes.
Yes.
Emotional regulation, stress regulation, how to use your own, how to calm your own nervous system, which is most people are not aware of their own nervous system. They're aware of their thoughts. They're aware of what's spinning around in their mind. They are not aware of how their body is reacting to those thoughts. And so we show you how to bring awareness to how your body is reacting to your thoughts and your awareness, and how to then bring it down into a state of calm, which we cannot eliminate your problems, but we can change how you interact with your problems.
Ooh, I like that. An interface with the inner self.
Yeah. And it changes your life.
Yeah. Whether you're an athlete, an
cunt.
entrepreneur.
Oh
My God.
An asshole.
Children are present.
Oh,
Stop
sorry.
that.
I was talking about I meant it in the British way.
More white women.
I meant it in the British way. All right, you guys, enjoy the show.
Disorganized.
Disorganization. All right. Tell us about that man purse, Mike. Because I also have recently just gone full man purse.
Well, a purse around your shoulder is gay.
Yeah.
Right? But
sissy business.
a purse 2 degrees above your dick around your waist, a fanny pack is pretty amazing.
Action hero.
Yeah. And it's like, I got a little flashlight in there. I got my knife in there.
Some pliers.
No pliers
No?
yet. No.
Buddy.
Dude, have you seen this grip strength? I don't need pliers. But it's nice for my concealed carry because normally I appendix carry, right? And I keep my gun on me all day. But having that constantly dig into your belt line and stuff.
It's obnoxious as shit.
Oh, dude, I think I got a callus. That's what I tell Danielle. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's a callus.
It's nothing.
Yeah. But having the fanny pack has been a game changer, dude.
Yep.
I thoroughly love it. If anything, I might go bigger. I see why women have huge purses. Yeah, I'm like, I need to put more.
Mine has grown. Because you can put all kinds of fun stuff in there.
But what's yours? What this one's Edelbrock.
Okay. Mine came from Ex Umbris.
Oh, okay. Do they make a nice one?
Yes, they do.
Multi compartments and stuff.
Yeah, and it has Velcro on the inside, so I have like a molded thing, like a holster without the belt loop that just Velcros in.
Yes.
So then the trigger is protected.
Yes.
So I can carry a hot pistol.
Hot load.
That's my nickname, Hot Pistol.
My nickname's Hot Load. Mine's got the Velcro on it too. And then I just have my normal appendix carry, but I got a little insert that has Velcro on it. So I Velcroed over my...
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then even, just stuck that to it.
Even your appendix carry holster, you can get some sticky back Velcro and just use that.
It's pretty much, yeah.
The belt loops aren't going to affect anything.
Yeah. So...
Well, yeah, it's funny because I have just like I've noticed and laughed at myself a couple times in the last like 2 months because I've just completely stopped putting. It's obnoxious to have shit in your pockets, and especially when you're like me and you like to carry pliers and a pocket knife and a screwdriver. You know what I mean? It's like I got all this bullshit in my pockets, and then I put that man purse, clipped it around my waist, and I was like, oh.
See, but this is how I know we're of a different generation, or one might say different ilk. You know, because the fanny pack, if you're over 40, I think if you're over 25, you wear it around your waist. But a lot of the kids today, they do it like a shoulder bag.
Like a chest rig.
Like pack. An Asian guy at the casino. That's all I see there when I go to the casino is Asian guys with these shoulder bags. But it's a fanny pack. Yeah. But they just wear it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like in high school. It was dorky to wear a backpack with both straps. Oh, I'm single strapping. Yeah, that's what you did. So now I'm two strapping old man, and I love it.
Two strapping my backpack, and I love a fanny pack.
Dude, I'm out, and I'm loving it, dude. It's pretty good. I like it a lot.
And still, listen, if you see a grown man wearing a fanny pack, it's guns, drugs, or both. That's pretty much, there's nothing else you put in there.
Yeah.
I guess your pliers and your flashlights.
all your accoutrement for being a man.
All your necessary shit.
Yeah, it is. And it is nice because no one really thinks, like, maybe guys like us think, oh, that's you're carrying a gun.
If you see a grown man with a fanny pack, it's a gun.
Yeah. But I don't know. Most people, I think in our circle, that's what we think. But most people
don't think that?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's got some trail mix in there? Yeah. One of those, think he's got one of those bubbly waters?
Yeah. What do you got? A Pop-Tart or a fruit by the foot in there? Yeah. We got snacks?
Yeah.
Ants on a log, dude.
Snacks and car keys?
Yeah. But yeah, so I've converted to fanny pack life.
Yeah,
I've exercised the demons, dude.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Well, enough about fanny packs.
All right.
I wanted to talk to you tonight because the last week I have been like a man apart because with all of there's two halves of me right now. I got the angel on one shoulder and the demon on the other post Epstein files release, which
Tobin, you're coming in hot. I like this.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
Coming in spicy.
Dude, you threw me on the bed right now.
So I've been that's right. Take your pants off. This is happening.
I love it when he's in charge.
Yeah. The devil on the one shoulder wants to go bury hatchets in foreheads.
Yeah.
Right. And then the angel on the other shoulder is telling me to manage my internal environment and not to get sucked outwards into external distractions, even if they are big and important ones. And so I'm wrestling back and forth with, let's go fucking burn this shit down and kill everybody. And nope, fucking peace, love, and happiness. And so it's been like a constant back and forth battle.
Yeah.
Balancing act.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we all feel that, like, you see in the headlines, it's like everyone knows Epstein was up to Epstein stuff on his island, but it just wasn't like the burden of proof wasn't blatantly in our eyes or being shown to us.
I think this is like the Holocaust, where until 1944, 1945, most people didn't know about it.
Well, we didn't know about it.
Well, I'm sure there were rumors. I'm sure in Germany there
was rumors, but not.
And we had intelligence networks and resistance networks in Western Europe. So those reports would be getting back to headquarters in England, to MI6, and then back to the OSS in Washington, D.C. So I know for a fact that. I don't know for a fact. I'm sorry. I strongly suspect. Let's dial that statement back 2 notches.
What are your sources? Yeah.
I strongly suspect that it was known, although not widely public. And so this is sort of like the moment where all of this dark shit that surrounds the quote unquote, actually, I'm not even, I like the idea of not calling them elites anymore. Let's call them predator class. All of this dark shit that surrounds the predator class is coming out to the general public. And so it's like I had my aha. It's not like I'm smarter. I just had my aha moment 3 years ago instead of today. But now today, a shitload of people are having their aha moment. I don't know. It must have been like that when the concentration, like at some point, all of the big newsreels in the theaters in America were like concentration camps in Germany. And the entire public was like, holy fuck. And I think we're there.
I think we're getting there. I think this is like anything. It is a slow burn, but I think we do have to, if we are the bigger man, we need a good burden of proof. You know, we know nefarious acts.
Do you think there is not enough proof right now that all of this happened?
I think
I don't know.
No. I mean, I think this is leading into the burden of proof. I think there's been so much smoke that people are like, hey, what's that over the horizon? Let's go investigate. And it hasn't been law enforcement saying, let's investigate. It's been public outcry. This is like the community of America is coming together to be like, we're demanding answers. And I didn't know.
Has that been, again, I'm so isolated by choice these days. Has it been your experience that there is a lot of public outcry right now?
Yeah. And that's part of why.
Is it both sides of the aisle or is it single-sided?
It seems to be both sides. Okay. Everyone's just pissed at this Epstein thing.
Good.
You know, and which it should. Like, this is what motivates people to do anything in life is through uncomfort. And the uncomfort of your politicians or your elected leaders.
In English, we say discomfort, but cursive is acceptable on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the only language I speak.
I
but it's yes, both sides of the aisle, I think, are just
pissed,
aghast that this could be the people that enforce, or not, they don't enforce, but they create the laws that are enacted. And it's like, you're taxing the shit out of us. You're going to fucking 12-year-old Girls Gone Wild Island, you know? And I think it's hit a boiling point.
And financially raping us. Not just taxing us, financially raping us at every point.
Yeah. And you're seeing, it's like more lines are being connected. Like we saw it with Doge.
I'm back to hatchets and hangings, Mike. Let's fucking go.
But we have to know who to hatchet and hang, you know? I think that's
all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
But it's like, that's what I always say. Like, how do I want to be ruled? You know? And I say that like,
do you want to be ruled?
As a community, I want standards and guidelines because not everyone has the same morals that you or I have, right? So for America to succeed and push forward.
Do you think this could precipitate a mass awakening to the point that
morality
returns?
Yeah.
So morality may be making a comeback. I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I think the more, especially men, and especially like man's men, strong men, tough, like warrior men. And I don't mean big muscles and tough fighting skills. I mean like in their heart.
Yeah.
Like real warrior men. I think the more they wake up and the more they create you create a bubble of safety around you. Like within your little snow globe, when you get control emotionally and spiritually, that nervous system control, the unconscious, then you start creating these bubbles of safety around you. And I think that inside of that morality, we can that is how you return to the governance of self-morality, self-governance based on morality.
Well, or a government based off of moral men wanting to enact, because I feel that's like 1776 was men standing up for their community while a tyrant made the rules far away. Quite like what we feel now. It's like we're in our own little community of strong men, and these tyrants are making the rules and raping children, financially fucking us. And so I think this is maybe a moment that strong men want to step into situations of power, right? Because they're like, hey, the children have had the keys to the kingdom for a long time, and look what they did. They fucked it up, right? So there's going to be a time where strong men want to take back the power. It's like there's a party going on and the parents come back and they're like, oh, wait. We're going to fucking sort this out real quick.
I hope so.
And I think that's what we're having happen. And
it doesn't feel like the kids got the keys to the house. It feels like that's more innocent. This was not innocent. This was intentional and dark.
But that's because the parents left, right? The parents, the strong men, they're like, oh, America's on a good path. We'll just kind of step to the side, right? Yeah. And so when you step to the side, anyone can become in a position of power, right? I think this could change maybe how we want, like I said, how we want to be governed. Oh, he seems like a nice guy. He says, where did the politician speak come from? It's because I have your best interest, America, right? Yeah. Because the real people were too busy making America great. They were producing Model Ts. They were creating airplanes. They were, those great men became titans of industry and change. And, I think as that happened, the slippery snake found a way to get into politics and to make money off of it. The guy that couldn't make it as a great businessman with the guy that had morals and fortitude and wanted to become, to change the world was like, oh, I'll ride off the coattails of those changers. I think that's the big change that we've seen in politics. You look at like the original presidents, Jefferson was number 5, and it's like, dude, he was the Trump of the day, and a lot of these guys that were presidents, what else did they do? Like George Washington had slaves, not the best, but what else did he do? He had a brewery. He had a fish cannery or salting.
Super into smoking weed, bro.
Yeah, he grew hemp. But it's like, how many businesses did these guys also have? Yeah. You look at politicians today, they are not entrepreneurs and leaders, right? What they are guys that found a way to navigate off the wake of others.
Spoiled children.
Yeah. And so doing this, like look at the Clintons and how much they're into everything. And it's like, dude, what have they created? And this is what you guys always say. There are creators and there are, takers, right? Yeah. And that's what it is. The kids with the keys are all takers. What we need are the creators to step back into positions of power.
So Hatchets and Hangings it is.
Yeah, to get rid of
someone make that on a bumper sticker for me, please.
I know a sticker guy.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, and it is a moment of awakening. I mean, you think of any giant country that's had a revolution, and it's like it always comes down to a point where the takers, like, their numbers are so vast and they take so much that the people finally say no more, and this is one of those points where the people are saying no more, and it's not just,
so. I hope it, I'm afraid it will all become a bunch of bluster and congressional hearings and a whole lot of nothing. Like there's been literally no arrests in any of it. All these people have been named. Nobody's been arrested.
Well,
Elaine Maxwell is the only person who has ever been arrested for any of this.
Yeah. Well, and the saddest thing is Prince Andrew just got arrested.
Did he?
for
great.
that.
What is he, like 114 years old? He'll die in the
11.
next week.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. It's sad that this is something that happened in our country. In England is taking more measure than our own country. Yeah. So it's like, maybe this is like, if it keeps getting swept under the rug.
But we also know that the director and assistant director of the FBI both tried to help cover this up, along with the federal attorney general. So who the fuck is going to handle the investigation and the prosecution? The system isn't going to prosecute itself.
No, but that's where, I think the people aren't letting this go. They didn't let it go. That's part of the reason why these files were released, is that there was so much public outcry, and they filed for the release of public records for these files. I thought it was the DOJ just putting it out there, but it was a mass conglomeration of requests. And this is the people requesting it. It's not the government just saying, oh, here's the files. This is something that hasn't left. Even to a point when you got so many mega dorks being like, Trump's number one, he didn't release them. They all said, there's nothing. I've seen the files. There's nothing. There are no files. Even this administration said there was nothing. But it was...
Naughty
I got two dogs going,
naughty shit behind you,
duking it out under my feet.
She's been distracting me the whole time you've been talking, because I can see her. I can tell when she's thinking, and that means she's up to no good. True. And so I'm watching her over your shoulder, and I'm watching her thinking face, and I'm like, that motherfucker's up to something.
Oh shit!
This is life with a very...
You got a puppy.
It's a wolf puppy. So she doesn't ask permission. She doesn't wait to be told what to do. She's out thinking, solving problems, coming up with solutions.
She's like a velociraptor.
Yeah. She doesn't fucking listen to shit, dude.
But no, I think this isn't gonna go away. To me, it's just, how does this go? How does... The people of America are not letting this go. And as it's gained more traction, it's gotten more intensity of the people. And I feel like you're not seeing a shit ton of coverage on this on mainstream news. And
yeah, because you know what? When we're done hatchets and hangings with the politicians,
journalists are the very next to go.
Propagandists, you're fucking next.
And I think this is it is a little bit of a slow. It's like, my favorite thing in the world, fireworks. Oh, right. When you light off a big mortar
in your friend's tree.
Yeah, well, that's a bottle rocket. Yeah. But when you light off a big mortar, it's got cannon fuse. And that cannon fuse burns kind of slow and for a while. But once that cannon fuse finally hits that mortar, it's instantaneous. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening. I feel like
the fuse has been lit.
It's burning closer and closer to that mortar.
It's going to hit the powder keg.
And hatchets probably will come out, whether it's from the people or the government actually decides to be like, hey, we're going to take real action and make examples. This is beyond.
Kash Patel's final act as FBI director is to hang himself.
Dude, that wonk eye, dude, he's not going to be able to get that noose around his neck. He's going to miss. But I feel like that's kind of how it's going to go, And yeah, like you say, will we get a lot of congressional hearings with a bunch of BS? Yeah, it's probably part of how it goes. But as the truth is gonna keep coming out. There's too much. That's my beautiful thing about what technology wants. It's hard to hide things in a digital age and in an age with so much surveillance and the ability for people to talk. If this was the 1800s, hey, this guy was a key witness, bang, bang, he's dead. But it's like, okay, that can still happen now. But a key witness can make a video and upload it, and it can go to so many people. I feel that it's so much harder to keep things hush, especially when people want answers. You don't think hackers are trying to breach systems and get records? I mean, maybe a lot of it.
Somebody please hack DOJ and get all of the files unredacted.
Unredacted, yeah. And those redactions kind of suck. Because it's like, yeah, they're like...
They kind of suck. They're complete bullshit.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, we want to preserve...
It is think about how fucking insane it is that we fund the government. We pay for it, and it refuses to disclose information.
Yeah.
It's not fucking... And here's the real thing. Just everybody listening to this who's kind of like, yeah, this is bullshit. Stop paying your taxes. If you haven't gone to your HR department and put exempt on your withholdings... Do it. Stop funding this thing. Stop paying them. If you're upset about this, it's a nonviolent way to make this is nonviolent protest. Stop paying them.
Peace. It's perhaps the most peaceful of what all the peaceful process we've seen.
For fuck's sake, stop funding it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It used to be years ago. When you talked about this kind of stuff, it was always said under the breath of QAnon.
Yeah. I think QAnon, my opinion, is that QAnon was a psyop to convince...
but why would they even talk about Pizzagate and stuff? Why would you would want to disseminate information?
I think it was meant to keep people on the bench. Because the whole gist of QAnon is that somewhere out there are quote unquote white hats, good guys who are fighting battles behind the scenes, like actual fucking physical battles that aren't being reported in the news to take out like the evil side of the government. That's not happening.
No, but why would you even mention Pizzagate if it's a psyop? You would mention...
I'm talking about QAnon.
Yeah, but part of QAnon was the whole Pizzagate thing, right? Talking about
I don't know. I thought Pizzagate was much bigger than just QAnon.
But that was part of the QAnon. The Q drops was like...
Sure, they're involved in all of this stuff because they're... And to like kind of the middle of the road, like 70% of the population... Anything that QAnon touches then becomes automatically out of bounds because it's like those people are nuts.
So you mean they would disseminate little things of truth like, oh, the Pizzagate thing, but we'll make it sound like they're nuts. Because it came from
QAnon, most of Americans are like, oh, that's just more of that bullshit.
Yeah.
QAnon was a controlled program, part of the deep state. Sorry, you guys got fooled. It's okay.
Don't you feel like they'd make up other lies though, instead of just like little bits of truth, instead of being
because then when you drop the little bits of truth that sounds and you drop them from a source that people already do not trust. That's the point. Is that QAnon created itself as a source that maybe 10% of people trusted, probably less. Yeah. And then the other 92%, or there's probably like another 10% at the far end that's like, I've never even considered it. And then there's the 80% in the middle that are like, nope. If it came from QAnon, I immediately don't trust it.
Yeah. How many people in America you think are like calling up their uncle that they haven't talked to since 2016?
Fuck, dude. Like, hey, you got any more room at that cabin?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How many claymores do you have?
Not letting you come to Christmas was pretty shallow. Yeah. I apologize.
Remember when I yelled at you about your pipe bombs? Can I get 10 of those?
Pulling old Richard Jewell, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, so it's like, where does this lead? I mean, there has to be, as more keeps coming out, I that's the thing though, is that I just feel the American public is now wanting transparency more than ever. Like maybe a lot of Americans, even if you're like, you believe in the system hardcore, a lot of Americans are like, we all know it's a little corrupt, but it keeps the roads going. I get groceries at the grocery stores. The schools are still going for my children. But if it kind of keeps hitting this point where it's like, this is kind of a roadblock.
The schools are in shambles. The grocery stores are
so expensive.
Almost impossibly expensive.
Yeah.
What is? I mean, we have got to be close to the breaking point.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. It is that fuse on the mortar, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like it
right.
just explodes.
You're right.
But we have the nice thing we get to is like lament.
I got to get everybody a hatchet now.
Gransford's
Brook. I'm putting in I need a pallet.
Their stock is going to shoot through the roof. Could you imagine these guys in like this clave? Like, holy shit, you know how many axes we got to produce? This is out of control.
We got to hire more forgers.
Yeah. But I think it is, and it is so weird because I'm not as woo-woo as you. And to me, religion is, I think everyone needs to develop their own. But you look at so many past religions, like the Baktuns of the South America, the Kali Yuga of the East, all these different ones, or what's this new one, the fire horse, or
the Chinese New Year just happened.
But like all in this time is they all consider it an age of change.
Hindu yugas, yes.
Yeah, and this is it's so bizarre.
There was a eclipse over Antarctica like 2 days ago. What else? There's a bunch of planets. I don't understand astrology, but there's a bunch of planets aligning that haven't. It's like Saturn and Jupiter are at the 0 point. Like if there's 360 degrees in a circle, they are back to 0 degrees, like the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
And all these religions have like from 2000 on as like an epic change in society. And God damn it, does it not seem like also, we're lining up with huge change?
Ethiopians still use the 13-month calendar, which is more correct to moon cycles. And on that calendar, it is the year 2012, which we all know what the Mayan prophecy said.
I just know the movie with who's the guy that held the boombox over his head?
Shit. No, I was thinking, fuck. What's the movie? Is it Apocalypto, where it's like some tribe out in the jungle and it's just fucking murdering each other?
Yeah,
they don't speak.
The Mayan, was it Mayans or Aztec? The Mayans.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that shit was gnarly, dude.
Dude, that's a great movie.
It is, and there's like no fucking words in it, but it's like also like terrifies you.
Yeah,
maybe that's why it's good. Like it elicits like strong emotions.
Have you ever looked at those accounts of like the Spanish coming to South America and like when they met those tribes and they're like, these guys are bad. We got to kill them all. Like all these guys are bad. And they're like, well, what makes you say that? And they go to those sacrifice temples and it was like in 3 days. Jones. No, in 3 days. But in 3 there's a couple accounts, and I think it's like 3 or 4 days. They killed between 20 and 40,000 people, sacrificing them. Like serious.
The natives did?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
The Aztecs, yeah.
I don't believe that. That sounds like some Catholic propaganda.
Why do you think they had so much disease and all kinds of stuff?
Who?
What happens on a battlefield?
Wait, hang on. The diseases came from Europe.
Diseases did, but like there was also disease of filth. Like what comes, is it dysentery and shit like that when you get extreme filth on the battlefield?
Yes.
So they had huge rampant like disease pandemics of that.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Look it up.
No. A
lot of those Spanish accounts are like horrific.
A lot of the Spanish accounts are of like thriving cities in the Amazon that were completely
Some
wiped out by smallpox.
Yeah, afterwards, but the original ones, like the Aztecs and stuff, when they got to those temples. I mean, shit, you've seen those depictions where they're playing hacky sack with human heads.
Sacrifice 40,000 people in a weekend.
What do? We enslave people. What did we do? Human beings are great at enslaving and persecuting other people. You get a tribe.
That to me sounds like some church invented Catholic propaganda to get everybody all fired up to cross the oceans and implement manifest destiny and wipe out all of the pagan cultures in the Western Hemisphere.
Well, we did need to steal their gold. So that was,
That's right.
I mean, that's
right.
That's
My bad.
plan A.
We were crossing oceans for fucking golden trinkets. Get the fuck out.
I think there was a lot.
Still would like to know why gold is so valuable other than as an electrical conductor. That can be a conversation for another time, though.
I think we've had this a bunch.
We've had this one.
I think it makes a great grill. You know, when your teeth are covered in gold, you look.
Let the
cool.
ladies know. I got money.
I got smallpox, but look at these teeth. No, a bunch of the. I think because you had Mayans, Incas, and Aztecs, right?
Yeah.
And those, I believe it was those Aztec. Because it's the same thing as the pyramids, right? You have new construction that sucks over old construction that's awesome, right? And you have that in Egypt too. Yes. Say you have a crazy cataclysm and people start re-inhabiting the areas and they're like, we'll build on top of this. And they're like, yeah, we built all this crazy shit. We're the pimps of the area. And then it's like, yeah, those guys over there suck. Round them up. And it's like, we need to sacrifice them because they didn't know anything. And I feel like when you don't know truths, then you get a little nutty. And then you're like, you know what we need to do? We need to kill like 20,000 people.
Sacrifice all of our women.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Not the women.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, the bros. Yeah. But I think that's I think it gets.
I have a difficult time believing. I have a difficult time believing any human culture. I guess the fucking Nazis did it.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Genghis Khan? Dude, they said there was rivers of blood that ran. People thought there were mountains. They're like, oh, look at those snow-capped mountains over on the hill. They were bones. Genghis Khan would go into a city, kill all the fighters, all the warriors, the people that gave up, all the men that are like, we give up. They would inscribe them into the army, and then when they went to the next battle, they would put them on the front line just to be cannon fodder. Yeah. Dude, man is nuts. I don't think we're always like.
I still have a difficult time understanding sacrificing your own valued. Like I guess I can wrap my head around targeted genocide, but like just the idea, like, all right, we need like 6 of your neighbors, to sacrifice to the sun.
Yeah,
that doesn't compute.
But if you don't have a good understanding, like I said, if you have old structures that are made magnificently and then new structures that are shoddily made on top of them, then right? So you see, but you see like higher thinking of the past and lesser thinking of a modern era. So why wouldn't it apply to how people treat other people? Say people of the past thought, we're all in this together. Everyone's a unique spirit.
We got to reincarnate anyway. Fuck it.
But then the new people came and they're like, fuck it, enslave him. He's our king. It's a bunch of King Joffreys from Game of Thrones.
I never watched.
He was, it was like Justin Bieber got the crown. But I think that's, but look at the lineage of Europe and stuff. Or Rome, and they would give it to people that, he's next in line. And it's like, he's some dipshit that is not smart.
Spoiled kid.
Yeah, it's not a, look at like Marcus Aurelius and Marcus Aurelius' son, right? Marcus Aurelius was this great leader, but he was a shitty father and he had a horrible kid, right? And that kid was kind of a tyrant after him.
Joaquin Phoenix.
With that, it's because of his lip. What's that? A cleft palate or whatever? Yeah, he was just mad. But I think, and that's, due to lineage, why would all these people, right, just be like, this guy's murdering citizens, this leader, but we have to trust him. He's a royal. He's a god. That God selected this guy. We've seen this throughout history. People can be as strong as we are. People are extremely malleable. And I think that carries over to these things that are happening currently. Like, I do think this is a great parallel. It's like, look at the past and look at the present. You know, people are like, oh, like I said earlier, my kids can still go to school. I can still get food. But in the same way, it gets to a certain point where it's like, fuck, my kids are getting fucked up in school.
Yeah.
Food is getting
my
so
kids
expensive.
are being taught how to be slaves in factories.
Yeah.
Which AI is actually fixing to replace. Is that on you? Which AI is fixing to replace anyway. And really what they're getting out of the schools is indoctrination, like political indoctrination. And sort of like media, like the people who are influencing them at the schools, not all the teachers, but a lot of them they're not admirable people. No. They don't have drive. They don't have ambition. They don't have curiosity. They don't have all the things that you would want imparted into your children.
No, not at all. And I'm going to get a lot of caca thrown in my way for saying this, but I feel a lot of what's happening is like, it's due to women. I feel a lot of the problems right now are...
By a lot, do you mean 99.9% or 100%? I'm leaning toward 99.9%.
Yeah.
But I could...
That like, 0.1.
If you have a strong case for 100%, yeah, I'm listening.
Hear me out. Okay. But a lot of, I think, our problems are due to white women. Like, you see so many of these marches or so many people complaining.
They're definitely the loudest.
Yes. And why are they the loudest? Have you thought about this? Because I
know the answer.
Privilege?
I know. I was going to say cunts.
Oh, my God. So what is that? Training Northwest or Proton Mail? No, dude. It's white women.
Yeah.
White women. And it's like, I've said before that I think a lot of what we're seeing today with like LGBTQ too is like the repercussions of getting rights post women's suffrage movement, right? Because it's like, once you achieve your goal, what do you do with that organization? That organization that has taken donations, that's created a hierarchy, right? That has ambition, right? You have all these fighters now. Okay. Oh, women can vote. Women can drive, maybe. But we allow them to do this. And it's like, okay, so now this whole cause just dissolves and everyone's going to go back to what they do. No, we need to fight for another cause. And like you guys have said, it's like, okay, so now you're empowering more and more and more and more, which is like, hey, to me as a libertarian-esque thinker, or like more so it's like freedom, like you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. As long as you don't impose on someone else and stifle them, you do whatever you want. But as like the norms or the roles shift, right? You get different, like, as they shift, you get different, not necessarily value systems, but you get a different lineage of what your role is in this society. Right? So now you are this woman fighter fighting for these rights, and now they get the rights. So now you need to fight for someone else. You feel you need to stick up for everyone else. Right? And so I think so much of this now that it's like, okay, maybe a woman doesn't have a place in the home, right? She doesn't have a place childbearing. She doesn't have a role as a mother and mentoring that way. It's like, well, that energy has to be put somewhere, right? And I think that's so much of why it's like when George Floyd happened, yes, it is horrible. And if anything, like Rodney King, what did we see during Rodney King? It was black people fucking up Korean store owners. But it was like if Rodney King happened and it was a bunch of Karens out there, it wouldn't have the same impact, right? And so we're seeing this thing where white women are like becoming the new savior. They're like the white Christ figure. They're the white knight.
They're not the Christ figure.
They think they are.
They're the martyr figure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Christ was a martyr.
Right, but there's also the type of martyr that is false. That thinks like they are throwing themselves on their cause, thinking that they are virtuous for it. They're wrong.
Yeah. But
I lost track of a lot of that.
White women.
But what my thought was that I think a lot of this is due to the wounded feminine in both men and women.
Yeah.
And so I don't mean the feminine in a like gender sexual way. I mean energetic way where everybody is supposed to try to attain a balance of your masculine and feminine energies. What I have learned in the last 2.5, 3 years, just going through my own bullshit and then learning all of the spiritual healing and emotional healing stuff, is that most of us in Western society have a wounded feminine spirit. And so and then one of the effects of that is that our fight or flight and our nervous system is activated. And yeah, I fell in a pothole, Mike. What?
No. Well,
what were we? Why are women acting like cunts?
That's Training Northwest at Proton
Jordan Creek.
at Jordan Creek at Proton.
At Gmail.
But roles, and it's like, yeah.
Sorry. So because the men are overstressed and their nervous system is just locked in fight or flight, they're trying to disengage. So they're happy to let their wife run the house, which forces her into her masculine. So now she has to take on those roles, which is glorified in Western society right now under like the supermom or whatever. So her husband's kind of miserable. She's kind of angry because she's being forced to do something that isn't actually that natural, which is the masculine role. And it causes like this, sorry, pothole again.
No, you're nailing it. You're nailing it.
I just need to keep blanking out and talking.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, but everybody is in a wounded feminine state, and that's what, by and far, we continue to see. Like, especially now that Christy and I are doing this, like almost as like we're apprentices. The people we work with, more often than not, are wounded feminine.
Yeah.
And once it was the big change for me and for Christy was rebalancing that masculine feminine. And that is what created like all of this.
But I think, yeah, you're nailing it because like I said, it's about roles and what you do. Like,
but okay, good. As I healed my feminine spirit, I became a much more competent father to my kids, and even just as like a masculine, safe figure, like at kids' class at jiu-jitsu. Like it's so important to just show up and be there on the mats with them because it's a safe presence.
Yeah.
And not every kid gets that everywhere in every part of their life, right? So maybe they only get an hour of it twice a week.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them get a little more. I don't know. It just, wherever I go now, I can be that safe bubble not because I healed my masculine. The masculine was fine. I had to heal the feminine. And in Christy, it has changed her ability to sort of be in her softness, is what I would describe it as. That she, I don't think, had access to before because she was forced into a masculine role managing a household.
Oh, yeah. And well, also she was on that masculine role that was a career path in her early life.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like roles have been dissolved just the way that like, okay, so the women had to fight for rights, which like I said, as I don't care what you do, you fight for whatever you want. But as power structures change and stuff, and now you're a warrior So this has become like a white woman warrior society. Oh, I had to stick up for myself earlier, so now I know what it feels like to be oppressed, so I have to stick up for everyone.
Right. White women acting like cunts. Listen, it's because... it's,
At protonmail.com.
It's because they have had to be masculine forward. And so they've had to take on the role of the masculine, which is the protector, provider role.
Yeah.
And it's an energetic thing. It's not, they may not actually be doing that in physical life, but energetically in their home, they're forced to take on that role. And it's a beatdown for them. It's hard.
But don't you think...
So I'm making fun of them, calling them cunts. It's just funny. But the reality is I empathize with them. It's a really, it comes from a good place and from a heart that wants to take care of their family, but it also just wrecks them.
But don't you think that's a characteristic everyone should know? Like, a man should know how to be feminine, and like a woman should know how to be masculine.
But here's the thing.
Like,
so feminine, because all the dudes are like cringing right now. They're like, bro, I don't want to go act feminine.
Hang out with me for a weekend.
My feminine expression is doing fatherly things, playing catch with my kids, cooking them breakfast. Like, you know what I mean? Like going to the gym
Nurturing.
and doing like some like kind of light wrestling with them. It doesn't have to, it's not that we're doing sissy stuff or taking them camping, taking them deer hunting, shit like that, where we're connecting. I'm being like close with them. I'm opening myself
but you're
to them.
taking care.
Exactly. So that's an important point, because most fellas will be like, ugh, I don't want to do that shit. What you have to realize is that it's not sissy. It's not gay. We associate feminine with that, and it's not that.
But that's what I mean. Like, everyone, both sexes should know how to flow into each role when it's needed.
There are times to cover for each other.
Yeah.
And there's times to, and also you have to be balanced yourself before you can be balanced in a relationship. So if sometimes the reason a woman is stuck in that see you next Tuesday warrior mode is because her husband or her partner is not balanced in his feminine. So she's being forced, because he's now in activated fight or flight and like a wounded warrior, she's being forced to step forward and carry that load.
But I think what it is too is like I say, I think there is a time for women to be masculine and for men to be feminine. But what the point is that you have to have a point that you both return back to zero. This new moon or fire heart, like, we have to go back to that point of origin, right? Like the women's suffrage movement. Yes, fight for your rights, become masculine. But now you can't stay masculine and angry at everyone, because now you're a C word?
Cunt.
Yes. And if you never go back, now you're mad at men. Just the same way men can be mad at women, right? But what you have to do is go back and center yourself so you're attractive to the opposite sex.
Groundingworkshop.com.
Yeah.
Come get centered.
Yeah.
That should be a t-shirt too. Come get centered.
Come get centered?
Yeah.
Check out mycenter.com.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a bumper sticker.
That's a $3.99 a month fee.
No, what that is that's a liability. That's what that is, dude. That's a fucking court order request to show up on a Monday. But I think that is a huge part of it, you know? And I feel like all these marches, all these protests, I'm just so sick of it. Just white people.
Let's just fucking have a hanging. Oh, is that what?
White women.
Sorry,
hang the white chicks.
Yeah, no,
dude, that's not gonna go.
Let's stop
well.
protesting. Let's start hanging.
But that's even privilege. You know, when someone says you're privileged, you know, it. For the most part, I don't see it's minorities talking. It's just a woman talking. Yeah.
It's the most
chauvinistic episode we've ever released.
Good. It's energetic. It's it's a way to rob men of their worthiness.
Yeah.
and tell them that they don't matter. It's a way to try to make the men in their life feel like they don't matter.
But even that, it's like, beyond that, it's like everyone wants
Western society treats men like shit.
Yeah. But everyone wants to claim that everything is like, everyone wants to scream that they're not racist, but then all their talking points are about race.
About race, yeah.
It's not about values and morals and what you've done in life and who you are. Everything has just become a screaming match about what you are. You're a white. You're a brown. You're a black. Yeah. You're an Asian. I can't say the color associated with it.
That's the programs of division. That you're even like think NFL football. Your blue team, Seattle Seahawks, or red team, 49ers, and your division rivals, and fuck those guys. You hate them, and you hope that they get their knees broken on Sunday.
Yeah.
Red versus blue.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Epstein Island. Yeah, but maybe that is the falling apart of America. Maybe that is the programming is. I mean, we say it is distraction, but it's also distraction of what really is, what makes the person. Like, let me have someone on a grandstand or a soapbox screaming about what true equality is, but they're not talking about the actual merits and values of a person. They're just screaming about what are the easiest things to scream about. And that takes strong men away from like true. It takes them away from true, like, not values, but true
just distraction. Takes them away from inner value. Yeah.
Inner value, but like the real purpose of life. Dude, I'm getting blown up. Dude, Mike's popular, apparently.
Did you talk to Danielle?
No, that's not her.
All right. Oh, shit. Does she listen to the show?
It's a guy, unfortunately. Probably wants to talk hunting.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Where are we at?
53.
Dude, an hour goes by like that. All right, quick pee break.
Yeah.
Let's come back up.
We got to refresh these silver bullets here.
Yeah. White women.
I was about to say it too. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's screaming for everyone else, but there are certain things you should scream about. And the Epstein Island, the Pizzagate, this stuff, leaders not being leaders, these are the true things you should scream about. Don't get me wrong, persecution based off of skin color or racism, it's like we're hitting a point in society and life and technology and communication, globalism, where it's like you can see we're all in this game together. And the distraction of I don't know anyone that's racist. Have you ever had a friend that's been like, those guys are brown, that guy's black, this guy's Asian, or these women, we should go fuck them up?
Other than Jordan? Yeah. No, I don't think I have.
Right? And it's like something that's so not in my life dominates headlines and culture so much.
Yeah, you're right.
But the thing that really is a problem, powerful people doing nefarious things.
Yeah.
That is the thing that's
real.
All...
That's an actual problem. Yeah, you're right. You're right. One is made up. One is created in people's minds through various propaganda, and the other is actually fucking real.
And you said it earlier in the podcast, and I've heard this before.
Cunt.
I've never said that word.
Oh.
But I've heard throughout history, like when there's revolutions, the first people to die are the politicians, and the second people to die are the journalists. And it's usually due towards...
I agree with this outline.
Yeah. Ooh, my hatchet just got sharper.
I felt something move in my pants.
Yeah. But I do feel that narratives are spun due to people with power controlling it. And it's like, you look at the William Randolph Hearst, you look at,
Priest's Third.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. Or like,
hang on, give me 4 and 5.
Or Chaos, which that's a good book. You should read that.
It's on the shelf. I need to.
Yeah. It's really good. I'm halfway through and I really enjoy it. But it's the same type of thing, which is like propaganda, you know? And I don't think people realize how much propaganda has been put in their life throughout time and history. Name the civilization, and there's always someone saying, this is how it is. And we're being told this is how it is as transparency is being disseminated upon us. And at more of a fast pace ever throughout history. There has to be...
Do you think this is kind of like a here it is, you can't do anything about it play?
No, because I feel like an ant colony, we have power in numbers, right? Say you have a 40...
But not if people are completely hypnotized by Netflix and fucking DoorDash.
Yes, that is always out there, but I feel when things are true, you feel it. You know, when transparency...
They also think of us as livestock based on the language in a lot of those dumped documents, which means that when we're no longer useful, if AI is truly taking over people's jobs, then there will be an extermination.
Okay, so say we are livestock. Say we are a herd of cattle. But what's one thing that can destroy everyone around them, even in a herd of cattle? A stampede.
I was going with extraterrestrial impact.
Yeah. But even the most docile and
super volcano,
stupid of animals, you get
mega tsunami.
You get enough of them running all together and everyone dies. A stampede is what's happening through society. And maybe everyone thinks, ooh, a stampede is chaos. But
it is.
Maybe a stampede, though, is kind of like a forest fire. It burns everything out. So and the herd has to run together to get to safety. So maybe a stampede is kind of a good thing.
This is why we have Dr. Professor on the show.
Every once in a
he drops a gold nugget every once in a while.
When the planets align.
Yeah. Which apparently they are right now, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Here we are.
Mike's in retrograde.
Yeah, Mike's... that could be Mike's in retrograde 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Only on his OnlyFans channel.
Yeah, it's... So, I mean... The hatchets will come out. And like I said, I think we are unique and awesome. You know, I think human beings are a very unique thing. And there can be horrible times of human beings, but there can be great times of human beings. And I do think something that is awesome about us too in this time frame is that, you know, like a court system, you know, and like you could just get mob rule and everyone dies in mob rule. Maybe even the good people die.
Yeah.
And so we deserve to be better. And as we're learning more, I think that's our time to decide when those hatchets come out. You've heard that term, the meek shall inherit the world. And everyone think meek means like a small or weak person, but I've always heard that in the biblical sense, what meek means is a person that knows when to and when to not unsheathe their sword.
Oh shit.
So
that's deep.
Yeah.
That's time.
And so what we're learning is when those hatchets need to come out. And that public outcry, that group of America, what we are as Americans, we're learning that there may be a time, even for that person that's like, yeah, my kids go to school and everything's fine and I can still get groceries. But at a certain point, those people will have to decide when that sword comes out. So saying, yes, those hatchets need to come out, yes, that should always be on the table, because you will have oppressors.
Well, I think something that should be discussed along those lines is those hatchets are going to need to come out, I think.
Yeah.
But be very careful that you aren't pulling it out against your neighbor. Because that's the other play that is active right now, is division, to try to pit citizen versus citizen. That is not the fight. That is not at all where we should be. It's when they pit citizen versus citizen, citizens don't look at the predator class.
No.
We should be looking at the predator class, not at each other.
And this is like the French Revolution, the bourgeois against the worker, and I know you guys always hate this, but I do think there is something interesting in like the Communist Manifesto, because it was the worker class against the leader class.
Yeah.
And this is,
it's again worth saying, like black, white, gay, straight, MAGA, LGBTQ, like whatever your affiliations are, we all want the same basic things, and we have all been taken advantage of for a long fucking time, and it's time to stop fighting with each other.
Yeah. Love your neighbor.
Yeah.
You
don't have to love them. You don't even have to like them. You just have to understand that we are all in this together.
No, but I mean, love it like, yeah, we do have differences. Not everyone's going to be.
You're not going to have 100% best friends on the boat.
But love that they are
your 3 best friends and 400 shipmates who you rely on, because you're all pulling for the same fucking goal together. You all want the same thing. We all want like a safe society. We want happy kids. We want fucking good food. We want to live like a worthy life. It's not a lot to ask for if you actually think about it.
Yeah.
But it's been stripped away from us.
Yeah.
And we should be fucking angry. And you know what? It's hatchets and hangings, Mike. Fuck. Hatchets and hangings, goddammit. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh God, it keeps going.
Dude, you got the Seinfeld laugh track there.
The whole theater started laughing. Your dream has come true.
Oh my God, I hope that wasn't a fucking gift from the universe. Oh shit.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's weird times though. It is weird. It's the weirdest. And everything I listen to, everyone just keeps saying, I'd rather do this than pay attention to what's happening. But it's like, no, man. Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, this is fucked. The world's fucked.
So they just want They're saying they want distraction? Or are those like influencers
I think people,
that are being paid to tell
I
people
think
that?
people are just upset. It's a collective unhappiness.
Yeah.
Of how the world, the veil's being lifted.
Oz
is being shown.
But also it's showing you why. It's showing you why your life is working out this way, why you can't seem to get ahead, why you're trapped in debt, why you're trying so fucking hard and you're not getting where you want to be.
Yeah.
It's this system that has been put over the top of you. And we have sort of an opportunity right now with that lifting of the veil for enough people to say fucking enough.
But I think it's also important to say, embrace what's happening.
Yeah,
like, yes, change happens with you right and you recognizing what's happening in the world. Yes, I don't want this. Everything seems so crazy. I need to escape. Yes, a little bit of escape is good, but embrace what's happening, because if you, like you're saying, if you want distraction and you put your head in the sand, it's only going to get worse. Yeah. Like, confront these things. Take them head on. You have a big, scary opponent in a fight. Oh, what's going to happen when you just constantly turn your back? You're going to get hit in the head. Yes, embrace what's happening. There has to be moments that you have to confront these uncomfortable things. So embrace them now and as hard as you can, because down the road, it will be easier than if you just look away.
Okay.
Yes. That's my motivational tip.
Thank you for coming to Dr. Professor's TED Talk, and we'll talk to you all next time.